Here's to a productive, prosperous day. Woohoo! Okay, I know it takes some time before our YouTube audience come in, chime in. But anyway, I do not plan to be on for a long time this morning. I actually have some things I have to get done during the AM. So with that being said, I don't think many of you know that we have a Roku channel. And if you do know, I don't think you're utilizing it. Just like our platform. When you think about what CTR stands for, of course, many people talk about, what do CTR stand for? What do CTR stand for? It stands for click-through rate. And so individuals, whether you're a business owner or entrepreneur that decide to opt into our membership program, over time, we help you improve your click-through rate. We Our goal and the way that we do it traditionally is over time. We help you improve your click-through rate, drawing audiences to you by continuously with continuous placements in various different forms in order for your audience to decide how they want to digest or receive the information. With that being said, we do have membership programs. So if you are a content creator, a podcaster, a live streamer, and you would like to be a part of our membership program, you can definitely go to ctrmedianetwork.com and check out the pricing for that. But for the general public, we look at it as our way of giving back and making a positive impact. So we don't charge subscriptions to the general public. Meaning that even though we have membership programs for you to be a part of our network, we do not charge the general public to watch the content. And many independent networks, they charge for you to be able to, as a consumer, to be able to consume the information that's on their network. And it's not anything wrong with networks who decide to do that. I mean, some of the big conglomerates do it. I mean, we pay for subscriptions all the time. But we want to do it a little bit differently, because we feel like if you are, as a person or a business that is, or podcast or content creator that is contributing to the network via memberships, then you should have every opportunity available to you to maximize your visibility through our thriving network, which we reach 350 million households, and we're currently in over 100 countries. And so we have four different parts of what makes CTR very unique. Number one, we are a podcasting platform first and foremost. That is our foundation. We are a podcasting network. Second, we leverage social media in a way to make a positive impact. Number three, we have TV. So what type of TV do we have? We have linear TV, which means that you can watch on our website 24 hours, 7 days a week for absolutely free. Just go to ctrmedianetwork.com. And we also have what you see before you today, Roku TV. And so we have viewing audiences that go to our online TV to watch on our website. And FYI, you can watch our shows from your cell phone, from your desktop, from your laptop, from your iPad, from your Kindle Fire, wherever you can get on the internet. You can literally go to our website, click online TV, and watch it wherever. We did that intentionally so that you will be able to get the help, get the motivation, get the encouragement that you need in order to walk into entrepreneurship, or just be able to be happy and productive in your traditional 9 to 5. So you will have access to all these amazing thought leaders, content creators, podcasters, and individuals that come on the shows. And you'll be introduced to various different small to medium-sized businesses to help them grow, as well as them helping you by making you aware of what's out there. So CTR Media Network, how you can find it on Roku. If you have a Roku TV or a Roku box, you would just simply go to search on your Roku and then type in CTR Media Network. Then we will pop up. And the only thing you do then is just click on it. Once you download it, it will show you, information, all that stuff like that. So we are an edutainment network where we focus on two things. We entertain you and we educate you. And you can decide on what type of content you want to take in. So we have some people that just come to our network just to find something to laugh about, to be inspired and motivated. That's cool. So they love our shorts. And then we have other individuals that want to come and learn, entrepreneurs, ones who want to know about entrepreneurship, ones that want to understand the mechanics of how to create, scale, viable business. Then we have individuals that want to learn all about podcasting, what type of equipment to use, what platforms to use. FYI, we are getting ready to create more content where we are walking you through step by step. And normally that is through the membership only, but we're going to start giving you guys some content for absolutely free on how to start some of this stuff yourself, because we don't want you to be in this season saying the only reason why I'm not successful, the only reason why I didn't do this because I did not have enough finances, or because no one would help me. So CTR Media Network, we are going to put a special effort in providing more of this content to you on how to start a podcast. Even though you can buy our #1 best-selling book, you can go to the website or go to Amazon or any place that sell books. But what about the people who can't, right? And so this is another way that we give back. And those videos going to be coming really, really soon. Of course, we encourage you to still support the membership program here on CTR Media Network YouTube for $3.99 so that we can still sustain our network while still giving back to you at the same time. Back to Roku TV. You can go type it in the search, CTR Media Network. It will pop up. It's the black logo with the right writing, and we have the eagle in it. It's very significant, the eagle. And then you can watch the content for absolutely free. We did that intentionally because normally with independent networks, they not only charge a membership fee for individuals and content creators to be able to join the platform, depending upon how the structure is, but they also charge for the general public to be able to watch the programs. All right. And so, yes, as a business, we have to figure out a way in order to sustain the business longevity. However, we also wanted to provide and still give back. We just didn't want to take, right? And so we make it very affordable for anyone who have a desire to be a content creator. And number two, we always make sure that we add extensive value to the people who actually opt into our paid membership program. So yes, they pay to be a part so we can do all the promotion and all the leverage and placement and all the stuff that we do. We also do monthly trainings. They also can get free one-on-ones with our experts. That's not just podcasting, but it can be life and whatever they want to talk about. They just set the appointment. And also they have access to various different things that the general public don't have access to, and they have it for free. We put them in magazines. We do a lot of different things to show our appreciation for our ones who decide to opt into our membership program. With that being said, we did not want to stifle the amount of visibility that they can have. And so one thing, after being a part of multiple different networks, being an EP, executive producer behind the scenes, my thing was when we built this network, we wanted to always make sure that the general public can watch it for free. Okay? We have the Tubi mindset. Okay, we have to pay in order to have this stuff out and distributed, but we also want people to watch it and have access, and we didn't want finances to be a barrier because this content is so good. You need to see it. Somebody need to hear and see what these content creators created, and so we don't want any hindrance to it. So therefore, we have all of our platforms. You're on radio, on online television at ctrmedianetwork.com, on our website, on Roku TV. We have all of our content to the general public available for free. Okay. And traditionally, that is not the case when you have an independent network, because you have to sustain it. We have to pay. But this is something that we're doing. We're creating a new standard of podcasting and distribution, and the way that the general public have access to it. So it don't matter what corner of the world you live on, what language you speak, what your background, your finances, you can still watch and enjoy our information, whether you go to our website or you go to podcasting platform, whether you go on our 24/7 online TV or Roku TV. So we have 3 channels that you can watch, binge watch in entirety on Roku right now. We're getting ready to onboard, whoo, my goodness, quite a bit of content creators very, very soon. And you're going to be seeing more channels. So Wisdom Tips is Dr. Connie Green. She gives you great wisdom tips to help you thrive. She talk about mindset. She talk about trauma and how to overcome. She talk about forgiveness. She talk about a lot of different things, right? And I feel that you're a greatly benefit. I watch this show myself to get that motivation that I need. Number 2, we have CTR Media Network's channel. And the CTR Media Network channel is a little bit different because it is a combination of just about every podcasting show that we have on our network. So you will see a little bit, and then you will be able to go to our YouTube channel and click on their YouTube channel and be able to watch all of their episodes. Then we have commercials, so you'll see some local businesses, not necessarily local to South Carolina. They're all over the 50 states, and that you can learn from and support, and nonprofit organizations. We also have the Tina Ramsey Show that you can go and binge watch. Right now we have a commercial slot going on. So if you're a business owner, entrepreneur, you have a book, you have a movement, a nonprofit, something informational that you would like to have a commercial slot, then you need to go to ctrmedianetwork.com, click contact us, and then we'll let you guys know the availability for one, and then also the investment for having a commercial slot. And so right now we actually have a commercial going on right now with Master P gave one of our guests a review of their product. And I feel like the Kobe story, the bear, is absolutely amazing. If you want to know more about that, then you can actually go see the interview on the Tina Ramsey Show. It's on CTR Media Network as well as the Tina Ramsey Show, and you can watch it right now on Roku in rotation. So I think it's an amazing product for people. So anywho, you can look at that. And the cool thing is, let's go back. So when you're watching on Roku, it's orange highlighted when you're watching that specific channel, right? When you're on the website, it's blue. So whatever the highlighted channel, that's the channel that you're actually watching. The cool thing is that every channel has a TV guide. What does that mean for you? That means that you can actually plan the episodes that you would like to watch throughout the day. You can actually, and if you are a featured guest or if you are a commercial person, a commercial advertiser, you can see when your commercial is actually going to play. Therefore, you can get your friends and family together to see when your commercial air, or when your episode that you was interviewed on will air on CTR Media Network, because it will give you a little description of the name of the episode along with the guest, right? And you can go through and see how long or when that show episode is going to start, when it's going to end, and so forth and so forth. When you go to Dr. Connie Green's channel, you'll be able to see that as well. When you go to CTR Media Network, you'll be able to see the various different shows and commercials that's going to play. And then you can say, okay, well, I want to watch this episode. This sounds interesting. Or maybe I like that name. I don't know. You can pick and choose what you want to watch. Okay, we did this because we really want you to be able to connect with not only our commercial sponsors and advertisers, but our content creators, as well as importantly our featured guests. Because everybody that come on these shows, they're just not anybody. That we feel that they have something amazing to offer to you, and maybe it's you're not aware of what they have or their story, because maybe you can find strength and encouragement to be able to walk into your dream by watching them walk through theirs. Okay, and so podcasting, streaming TV, online TV, Roku TV, or what they call over the top OTT, is a cost effective way for businesses to market, but also it's a cost effective way for everyday people doing extraordinary things to be able to share and be in charge of their content. At CTR Media Network, once you're a part of the membership program and you monetize your show, then you keep 100% of the profit. We don't take anything from you. And that is something that is not common with independent networks, because normally, that's just how it is. You're part of a network, you get maybe at the good thing, you'll get 30%, but mostly between 10 to 15%. But I have seen it go all the way up to 30, in some cases 50, which is highly rare. Is more than likely in the favor of the network, and then the content creator get the lowest percentage because it costs a lot to be able to do various different things. So it's usually a 60-40 split or a 70-30 split. But we're doing it different over here at CTR Media Network. When you are on the membership program, investing in being a part of the platform, when you get a branding deal, when you get a sponsorship, you keep 100% of the profit. And another thing that we do is that we do not claim ownership of your creative content. You own 100% of your content. We don't want your content. Okay. We don't require you to sign an exclusivity contract, which means that you can only have your content or shop your content on CTR Media Network. We encourage you to be a part of CTR Media Network as well as other platforms. Okay? Well, as other platforms, because we believe that content creators should maximize their investment as well as their creative genius in whatever and how many forms and platforms that they can, in order to have the impact that they desire to have. And so before you join any network, make sure you read the contracts. But I'm not going to go into that because this is not Business Friday. But those are just some of the things that makes us very different from other independent networks. And we did that on purpose. Because I am an independent content creator, and I know how it feels to get a deal or deals and make a profit, and all of your profit is taken away and you end up owing the network versus making a profit. I know how it feels. I know how it feels to be in a lopsided contract and you are tied to continuously create content, and you lose your joy in creating because you're not making anything, but everyone else is making money off of you except you. I'm like this: if other people making money off me, then I want to make money off of me too. And I feel that it's only fair, right? And so when the network was formed, it was formed with the content creator in mind, the wants, the needs, the desires, and the respect that the content creators deserve, that we don't always get everywhere. Now, there are some good independent content, independent networks that's out there, but you have to search. And so we want it to be different, and we want to provide so much value and most of all knowledge, so that even if you stay with us for a little while, you will have the amount of knowledge to be able to carry on, because we're gonna make sure that you have the skills that you can stand on your own 2 feet, right? And so, but the cool thing is that most of our content creators stay with us for years. So But anyway, so we give you the training on a monthly basis. You have access to myself for one-on-one for absolutely free. If you set the appointment, and plus you have other opportunities such as being in magazines, being in blogs, having speaking engagements, all these different kind of things that we provide with CTR Media Network. We are a family, which is different. I know a lot of people may say that, but we are family, and everybody is not a part of CTR Media Network as a content creator because it's not for everybody. So you got to understand the vision, the motivation. We got Big Dog in the building. He said, "Yo, what's up?" And so go on over to Roku TV and download our app for absolutely free. If you have Roku TV or you have the Roku box, and you can watch our content. Stay tuned because we are going to have some more content coming your way. And FYI, you guys, I am Dr. Tina J. Ramsey of the Tina Ramsey Show. We're currently going into season 11 of our show, starting this fall, September the 5th. And our show airs at 7:30 p.m. EST, but it has a variety of different slots on Roku as well as online TV because we play 24/7, 7 days a week. So when ones become a sponsor of our show, they get their visibility is maximized in a way that is not like everyone else show. Number one, we've been around for a very long time, and going into season 11. Number two, we have our own digital magazine. Number three, of course, we have access to blogs. We have access to magazines. We're on radio. We're on podcasts. We're on TV, two different kinds of TV. We have a lot going on when it comes down to the Tina Ramsey Show, and a lot of our other podcasters as well. So, but it didn't happen overnight. So let me go ahead and preface that. It took me years, years, and a lot of investment to get the show to where it is today. A lot of hard work and a lot of investment. Many people feel like podcasting and independent content creators, it's free. No. Maybe one day I'll go into some details about what it really takes to be a successful streamer, a successful online content creator that makes it as a career, because my career is podcasting, is streaming. That is my 9 to 5. That is what I do. That is what pays the mortgage, the car payment, the car note, and all the stuff, put food on the table. I am a 100% content creator and an EP producer, executive producer of podcast shows, of online TV shows. That's what I do. And I know sometimes it's kind of hard for people to kind of say, how in the world you make a living out of podcasting? Really? That's just a waste of time. Oh no, it's not a waste of time. And I know if someone would have told me this when I was a little girl I would have been thinking the same thing. But I'm proof in the pudding that it works, and you can make a really good living as a content creator. And with hard work, you can replace your current job. You can. But it's not easy. So content creation, being a podcaster, being a live streamer, is not for the faint at heart. Let me tell you, it is not easy. And when you first start out as a podcaster, of course, you're not making the money or the income. I like to call it currency. So you have to have a love for it in order to keep going. For me, I first became monetized in season 2 of my show. Season 1, I was not monetized. I was kind of all over the place. Didn't really know what I was doing. I start streaming and doing my show because of a bet. Let me be totally 100. Streaming online. Streaming online. Like literally, it was a bet. Now, I was already a podcaster, but I was doing audio only. I was not doing video. And so one of my girlfriends at the time went live. I was all into health and wellness back then. Not saying I'm not into it now, but that is not what I lead with. But you can still see the products that I endorse. But literally, uh I she challenged me. She challenged me. This is when streaming first start hitting good. And I went live on Facebook because I always been a content since 2009, creating content. I just didn't call it that back then. And long story short, I did a live and I was talking about woo-ha's, honey pots, okay, female parts. And she was like, girl, this is a good TV show. She was like, girl, when you come on, I get my popcorn and my glass of wine, and I get the typing, and it is just fun entertainment. Girl, I be waiting for you to come on. Girl, you should just call it a TV. TV, because that's what it is. You have all these people coming in, commenting. It is just fun. Now, this is probably like 2010. Like, maybe it had to be at least 10 to 11 years ago, maybe 14 years ago. And I'm streaming and I'm talking and all this stuff. Don't know what I'm doing. And she showed me, she was like, look what my cousin doing online. And I said, oh, that's interesting. Because I wasn't familiar with streaming with a third party like StreamYard or Zoom. I wasn't familiar with that back in the day. And I said, oh, that look cool. I'm very inquisitive, so I'm curious. She said, yeah, and I called him and asked him how to do XYZ. And you know, my cousin wouldn't even tell me how he doing it. But I said, that's all right. I got a friend and she can figure out anything. And so she put a challenge to me to figure out what he was doing, what software he was using, and how he was doing what he was doing. And I love a challenge. So I literally went in and found, like, googled it and looked for all these different type of softwares to stream. And so I found StreamYard, I found Zoom, I found some other platforms as well. And I found out by looking, after doing my research, I said he had to use StreamYard. And so then I learned how to roll commercials and ads and all this stuff. Because every time I would learn how to do something on the software, she would challenge me to learn other things. And so I just started learning. And then she said, now I'm going to challenge you to go live with that. And so, listen, old school Tita, you challenge me, you bet me on some. Oh, I'm going to do it. I'm like, oh, you challenging moi? Really? You're challenging me? Okay. Okay, bet. Okay, I'll take that bet. Little did I know, I bet her. She told me, I bet you do this. This is gonna help your business. Someone is gonna help you in so many different ways because people are already watching you, right? And now you're giving them premium watching, so you're standing out. And then my husband's a videographer and photographer, so that helped and cut the cost. And so I was like, okay, well, let me tell you something. I did it, and for sure, I'm gonna tell you, I did it because I wanted to say I told you so. Let me just keep it real. I wanted to tell my friend I told you so. Nobody don't care about this right here. Girl, bye. Well, little did I know, after I started doing the live stream, not only was the consistent people that was watching and engaging, liking, following, sharing, and purchasing my products, let me just say that, purchasing my products, and begging for my website and a link to donate. And of course, I gave it to them. But they wanted to know when I was coming back to give more content and information and knowledge. Like I said in the beginning, I came on the scene talking about, not on Facebook, but on YouTube, and well, no, it was on Facebook in 2009. And I was talking about woo-ha's, which is our honey pots, and I was talking about health and wellness, and I was talking about homeschooling back then. I wasn't talking about media, but I was using media. I didn't even really know what I was doing. So I didn't even know what I was doing was really something viable that you can flip into a business until my money started looking funny and I had to figure out like how are we going to leverage all this money we're investing in software, cameras, graphics, time spent, how are we going to recoup? And that's because I didn't have a business mindset. I just had a people mindset that I wanted to help people. I didn't grow up around any entrepreneurs, so I didn't understand what I was doing was not only impactful to the people who watch and need it, essential and needed, but most importantly, I didn't know that it was something that can be a service that can also be provided as a business, a service within the business. I didn't understand that in the beginning. I mean, I grew up in a household, we worked traditional 9 to 5 jobs. Okay, in the South, we say plant. We go into the plant or the factory, and I was happy. We in my home we did one or two things. We either worked for a factory or plant, or we were school teachers, and I did both. I did both, and I thoroughly enjoyed both. But content creation, being an influencer, a brand ambassador was never part of the thing. Truth be told, my family didn't really support it in the beginning. Not my husband, but my parents were like, girl, that ain't nothing secure in that. But now they see it a whole different way. So due to a bet, that's what started me live streaming. And I've been live streaming and creating content for entertainment and educational purposes for a very long time afterwards, right? And so I just want you to say that it was just a great it was a challenge that opened me up and birthed everything that I'm doing now. And so all these years later, I improved, I grew, I scaled, and then I came along and helped over 200 and some other people start, build, and scale, including celebrities behind the scenes, and also major influencers and everyday people. Help everything from entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, to business and corporations, to nonprofits. And so I tell everyone, whether you are in a business or not, everyone should have or create them some sort of digital time capsule of their thoughts, their feelings on various different things that will outlive their life. Like for me, I know we don't like to think about that, but I do sometimes, because I know that the impact that I'm making in the world is going to be it's going to be out there forever. That even when I'm no longer here, people are still going to be able to glean the motivation, the inspiration, and the resources that I put the time and effort in. It is creating legacy not only for my family, but for individuals that want to take part. And so my great, 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 great grandchildren won't have to, say, I wonder how my great, great, great grandmother looked, how she felt about this, how she looked at this age, what she thought about, what she was doing, because literally they can Google and see all the content that I created over the years. And so I don't think many people really understand the power of podcasting, the power of media, the power of streaming, the power of writing. Like, not only am I streaming, not only am I a podcast, not only am I on radio, not only am I on TV, but I also write books and ebooks and have courses, all of which people can benefit now and in the future from. And the cool thing is, you don't have to go through all that red tape in order to become a content creator. You have a cell phone, okay? Stop just using that cell phone just to scroll and look at what other people do. What you doing? All right? Create something. Don't think that your story is not valuable, that what your experience is not needed. I trust and believe. I know your experience is needed, because even if we did the exact same thing, I guarantee you have a different perspective on something. We may agree on some things, but we may not. And maybe someone needs your perspective instead of mine. All right. And so it's just something about building, because think about all the movies and the songs and the TV shows like Good Times, Sanford and Son, the Five Heartbeats, Whitney Houston. When we think about Motown, we think about all the stuff that was created in some cases before we was even born. Elvis Presley, right? When we think about all of that, and we still watch this stuff to this day, we go search for these artists, these actors and actresses, Marilyn Monroe, and continuously watch and support and pay for their creative genius. And they're no longer here. That's the power of podcasting. That's the power of broadcasting. That's the power of media. That's the power of writing down your words and thoughts in a book or ebook or writing an article in a magazine. That's the power of it. And the cool thing is you can do it yourself. I'm about to do it for you. But if your money looking a little fun, you can do it yourself. And you can Google the information. And then when you get to the place where you say, okay, I'm gonna go in serious, I'm ready to invest, and then you can go to a publisher. You can go do it. Or you can independently, you can independently write a book, go to Amazon, create a free account, and upload your book to Amazon. Literally. I'm just giving y'all some gems, okay? Literally. You can do that. Okay, you just have to follow their rules on how the specifications on how the layout's supposed to be. But if you don't know, you can hire somebody to do that for you, to what they call it, format the book. If you have a desire to write a book, it's just that simple. If you writing down the words, getting a cover, back cover. I'll get a book cover, and you can choose to use a free platform like Amazon. You can use Ingram Sparks. You can use Book Hub. Various different ones charge, but some are free, but it's not that expensive. And become an author. Yeah. You can literally start your own show right now using your cell phone. When I first started my show years ago, I did not have any fancy equipment. Let me say it again. I did not have any lighting. I did not have any fancy microphones. I did not have no soundboard or a Rodecaster Pro. Nope, because a Rodecaster Pro minimum costs you over $1,000. I just got me one. I've been doing this forever because I refused to purchase it until this year. And I was like, I guess I can do it, after I went to an event and used it when I was doing She Trucking Podcast. I was like, well, I guess I can get one. I don't have to get it, but hey, let me just, I can get it. And got a sponsor to purchase it for me. And so you don't have to have all of that stuff in order to have a good show. You don't have to have all that stuff in order to start. I encourage you to start with just with the bootstrap. Start with the bare minimum, and then you can build yourself up. That's what I did. You go back to season 1, baby. Season 2, you'll see some things. You'll be like, ooh. But then you'll also see, and I intentionally left it out for you guys to see it. You will see the growth. You will see when I was just focused on content and didn't know anything about marketing and branding. I knew branding, but I didn't understand the mechanics of branding and why it was important and why I should put time and effort into the branding just as much as the content. I didn't get it until later. And so my content reflected that, my lack of knowledge on branding, because Lord, some of that stuff with them duplicates of looks so bad. It looks so bad, but the content, what I said, the information was on point. But the look, honey, it looked bad. But I left it out there so that, and if you want to see, you can go to the Tina Ramsey Show YouTube channel, and you can see from the very beginning. It was a hot mess, that branding. And I left it out there so that you can see the growth. Now my show is it's polished, it's pristine. We have 6, 7, 8-figure earners that write an email to be on our show. It attracts high ticket earners. My show attract all walks of life. But when you start breaking into the realm of attracting the multimillionaires and billionaires and 6-figure earners to your show, it's because number one, the longevity, credibility, influence. Number two, the branding and marketing. And number three, your authenticity and what you've been doing and how you present yourself and the concept of your show, right? And so, but you also see the growth. Okay. I left it up there, and I encourage you to go back and look. You can see some of it on the Tina Ramsey Show not the TinaRamseyShow.com. Go to the Tina Ramsey Show YouTube channel, and I still have a lot of that content out. I wanted to hide it, but my mentor and coach was like, no, Liz, stay out there. People need to see your growth, because Lord knows you had a lot of growth. Because I was embarrassed. I was like, I can't believe I thought that looked good. But you can see how you just don't know what you just don't know. And literally, where I am at now versus how I was in the beginning, completely different mindset, completely different strategies. And I was able to get a whole lot of different coaching and mentorship and learn through trial and error on a whole lot of different things. So I encourage you guys to go check it out. And I'm proud of my growth. I still have a whole lot more growth to do, because I feel like no matter how much you know and how much experience you have, it's always room to learn more. And so whatever it is that you want to do, you can do it. But we encourage you to go check out our shows on CTR. Roku, okay? Go to Roku. It's free for you to watch. And for those of you who do not have Roku TV or the Roku box, you can go to CTRMediaNetwork.com and watch our shows 24/7, 7 days a week. And FYI, you will see more shows on the online streaming 24/7 shows. You will see more shows on our website than you will see on Roku, because we have certain content creators that are online TV streamers and not Roku streamers. Two different things. We have audio podcasts that also includes YouTube streamers that just on YouTube with us, or audio in YouTube. Then we have online TV. They're just on online TV found on our website, which is available for everyone on all the 4 corners of the earth. And then we have ones that are specifically on Roku TV. You may not see them on the audio side. You may not see them on the online TV, but you're definitely going to see them on the Roku. But normally, if they're on Roku TV, they also have their own online TV channel too. They have both. And if they do have a podcast, we'll put them there. And they really, our Roku TV, our 3rd tier package, they get everything. They have the audio, they have the online TV, they have the Roku TV, they get the stream on all our platforms, however, whenever they want. They get a whole lot of different perks when they have the highest tier. They pretty much have the whole buffet open to them and stuff. So you can go to CTRMediaNetwork.com, click pricing. You'll be able to see the pricing on that. And that's how we sustain our network, along with commercial slots and sponsorships, in order to keep all of this going, because it is not cheap to keep a network going with so many different layers on it. And maybe one day I'll talk about, for ones, because so many people want me to teach them how to do certain stuff, but I just don't have that amount of bandwidth or time, honey. But it takes a lot to build and maintain a network over this amount of time. Okay. It takes time. It takes quite a bit of funds in order to keep all of these different tiers going. And I don't think many people really realize, because they think podcasting for the most part is free. Free in a certain way, but when you start going into broadcasting a podcasting, that is not free. And that's what we are. We are broadcasting a podcast broadcasting and TV network, which changes the narrative. You can do it by yourself and do it for free on certain platforms. But even the free platforms are changing to, you only can have so much available. I mean, you only can have so much available to you on the free. So even there's, because it's bandwidth, it's time slots, it's bandwidth, is placement, is customization, is a whole lot of things that goes on. It's coding, it's a lot of things. It's marketing, it's placement, it's ads, it's advertising. It's a lot that goes into running and sustaining a viable, thriving network over this time of years in an economy that you pay more but you get less. So the prices that we paid 2 years ago, in some cases, if it does remain the same, they take away some of the things that they offered. And and in most cases it's higher, because everything costs more with inflation. So anywho, it costs. And maybe one day I'll get some more EPs, some more executive producers, some more independent network owners, and we can all sit down and have a conversation about what that looks like if you have a desire to venture on into that world. Because I feel that more of us should be independent content creators, independent network owners, so that we can control the narrative of the flow of content and we don't be stifled. We still have to watch what we do when we're on other people's platforms, but when you have your own platform, you have more control and you can share different things that you can't share on other people's platforms. So it's power. It's power, and you should use that power, that leverage, in a positive way. On that note, you guys, check us out at ctrmedianetwork.com. Make sure to hit that like button, comment, drop us a comment, and hit that notification bell. We have some amazing things coming your way in regards to content. So make sure to keep your eyes locked on every piece of CTR Media Network YouTube channel, from the home page to connect with all of our podcasters and also other content creators that we are featuring. That's not necessarily part of the network, but we feel that they have great information, as well as the video side that tend to give you a little bit of motivation, some small clips from podcast episodes to make you think, or maybe short film. We have the live section where you can watch some of our podcast shows live, either live airing or replaying some of because maybe they played a different time zone and you're seeing it on the replay. And we also have our community tab where we actively engage with you. We want to know your thoughts, share your perspective, engage with our polls. And then we have our store. Yes, some of the content that we create or repurpose and share with you to take you down memory lane. Yep. Like the shows and the movies and the motivation. We actually have a store where we feature a lot of the content that we share. So you like Martin, you like Living Single, you like Richard Pryor, and all the different things that we have shown, then guess what? You can go to our store and click on our different sections of our store and be able to purchase some of those great shows that you have grown up and love. You can also go and engage with our community tab, and you can just have you a good old time, okay? And make sure to like, follow, share, and subscribe. Download all the freebies. You can also be a part of our newsletter, our monthly newsletter. Sometimes we send stuff out every week, but we do it every month. You can go to ctrmedianetwork.com if you want to learn about the latest things with podcasting or be motivated, or we introduce you to some just amazing people. You can go check that out. If you have a desire that you want to start a podcast, grow a podcast, monetize a podcast, figure out how you can flip your podcast into a business, how to protect it once you have it, all of the stuff, marketing and branding, then I encourage you to get my #1 best-selling book. This book has received 4 different awards. One just this past weekend. Yes, 4 different awards. It's called, and it's in the video right now, the orange cover with me on it. Dr. Tina J. Rams, FYI, that's me with the glasses on with the red shirt. You can literally go to our website if you want an autographed copy. But if you want to go ahead and get it from Amazon, you can do that as well. But we encourage you to go to the website because you'll get an autographed copy. You can literally go to search it. It's called The Power of Podcasting, Unlocking Tips and Strategies for Podcast Success. I pretty much dumped everything that I learned from my experience over the years, things that I wish I knew, things that I had to learn by default. I put it in the book of everything that I feel that a new podcaster should know. And if you are already a podcaster and you just started on a whim and you kind of like just going with the whim like I did, I still encourage you, even if you've been podcasting for some years, to go purchase the book because it will reignite some information that you already knew, but it also will make you very intentional on the content that you create, especially if you are a podcaster that's been podcasting, or you are doing radio, or you are a content creator, or you're a streamer and you are not yet monetized. What's wrong with you? Okay, I'm getting ghetto. What's wrong with you? Why are you not monetized? I literally have templates in the book that you can use and copy it word for word and just change it to the words that you need. Literally have sponsorship emails, how you reach out. Literally have in the book how to write a proper bio. Literally got in the book how a one-pager is supposed to look. If you have a show, or if you are a public speaker or an author, you should have a one-pager. Yeah, what is a one-pager? It is a one sheet that actually presents your media, your coverage, your credibility, your talking topics, all the things that you need in order to be taken seriously in this industry. And it also leverages you up so that you get paid more because you stand out from the crowd. You're sending out things for sponsorships and all the stuff like that. Most of that stuff go into the junk pile. But what is it going to make you stand out so that they will say, hey, this Tina Ramsey show is where it's at. I mean, look at that. She got her presentation all together. She got her media kit. She got her sponsorship package. She didn't give up with just sending one sponsorship email. She already sent us 17 different emails. Okay, 4, 17, whatever. You keep going, especially if that's the person or the company you want to work with. She's showing us proof of concept. She got the data behind it. We're gonna hire her. Okay. So if you are, and some people be like, well, I'm on syndicated radio. That's good. Okay. But are you getting syndicated money? Currency. I was on syndicated radio, but I wasn't making anything. But guess what? The radio station was making the money because I didn't know any better. And when you don't know better, you can't do better. I didn't know that our show was the Ramsey show. Yes, the Ramsey show. My husband and I had a radio show. I didn't know that our show was a top rated on that network. I didn't know that people was tuning into our show more than any other show on that network at the time. Even the radio station owner called the team and staff in to listen to all of our episodes. I didn't know, right? So people making money, he making deals because of the top shows, and we was the top, and we wasn't getting no paper. So I'm telling you, I learned some painful lessons in this world of media where quite a bit of people and stuff They made money off of me and I didn't. And because I just didn't understand, because my main focus was the people, but I forgot about myself. So, yes, I love all of you, but I got to the place where, listen, I need to take care of my family too, right? Especially when I found out people was making money off my content and I wasn't making money. I don't care about other people making money off the content as long as I make money too. I like to call it currency. So, what I'm telling you is this: what you put out in the world is valuable to somebody, or more than a person. You know, it could be an organization or group. Only thing you need to do is put a price on it. The second thing you need to do is to develop a thick skin and don't take it personally when people say no, because you're going to hear the no's first before you hear yes. But know that every no that you hear gets you closer to your yes. And once your yeses start coming, baby, they start rolling in. And it took time. I mean, sometimes I used to cry. I'd be like, oh my goodness, they just don't see it. But now people come to me, honey. But that took time. And I had to build up my confidence, to be honest with you. I had to build up my posture when I go into rooms and talk to people. I had to understand my worth. I did not understand my worth until my friends and a couple of my friends and my mentors pulled me to the side and said, the reason why you letting people use you is because you don't see your worth. You don't understand. They see it. That's why they reach out to you for help. That's why they reach out to you to be a part of whatever it is that you're doing. Because you're an influencer. And you know what the dangerous thing about you being an influencer is, because you don't know it. And that's why you're getting taken advantage of. So, for all you people out there that's syndicated on radio, for all you people that on networks and you have not gotten you any sponsorship, whether through the network or independently, I much rather, I have done both, but I prefer, that's why we on CTR, we leave it up to the content creator to get their own sponsorships, but walk you through how to do it and emails and all this other stuff like that, because you get to keep 100% of the profit. So would you rather someone pitch and get part of your profit, a big chunk of your profit? Let me keep it real, a big chunk. Or what would you rather have the information templates be coached through it, and then you go do it yourself, and then you get your version of a big payday? I prefer the latter, honey, because I done did both. And let me tell you, it hurt real bad when you get a $3,500. I'm just gonna give you a number. You get a $3,500 deal, and then you get 10% of it, which is $350. That's a bad feeling. I have experienced that. And so that's why I'm building this network. I'm like, you go out there and pitch yourself and you get you a sponsor. You keep your money, honey. You keep your money. Because that's your work. That's your time. That's your effort. You recouping your investment. That's your ROI, return on investment. That's what I do. And that's why I prefer it that way, because it gives you that independence. It also gives you no limits in regards to how much you can earn and how much you can grow from a business standpoint, from a financial standpoint, and from a confidence standpoint. It's nothing like getting paid for what you're going to do anyway and what you enjoy, and you're still making a positive impact in the world. There's no greater joy, in my opinion, to be able to get paid for something that you love to do and that you're making a difference. Hello! So we're getting ready to go right now. I've been saying it for the last 20 minutes, but I'm for real this time. I just enjoy talking with you guys so much. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I do my best. Because literally I had to learn the hard way. Like, I remember I had made $3,500 in 3 months. I remember in 3 months I made 10K when I first started monetizing my show. And the network found out I made 10K. Because sometimes you need to keep your mouth shut. Found out I made 10K because I figured out how to monetize. This was years ago when I first started out, season 2 of my show. I'm in season 11 now. I tell you what, that network got every dime back out of me and more. I end up on them. I was in the negative. So that's why talking about we'll manage it for you. We'll manage it for you, honey. Manage me right out of my money. Yep. And I was in so much debt. Oh my goodness. Because I just didn't know that I just didn't know. I didn't know the value of going into any contract or agreement with a lawyer, which I encourage you to do. They have their people and lawyers and all that with contract signing, and then you go in there by yourself, and you know you're not no lawyer. You don't understand what's going on, and you going by trusting them what they say. Okay, let me tell you before I go. Don't you believe what people say out their mouth, and then they come back with a contract? Let me tell you what rules. If you're having a verbal conversation, they're telling you what they're gonna do for you, right? And it's verbal. And then they switch and say, okay, now we're going to sign this contract. Whatever came out of their mouth is gone. You need to read what's in that contract. Because I have found from personal experience, what people say out their mouth don't all the time match what comes on that contract. And once you change your communication and your agreement from verbal to paper to words, what they said out their mouth was no longer valid. What you sign on that document is valid. And so you could literally be signing away so much and you don't even know it because you have pride and want to act like, oh, I know everything. No, you don't. You don't know that legal mumbo jumbo, because if you're not taught about legal stuff and understand the terminology, the average person don't understand that legal terminology. Come on, let's be real. And it's not that you're dumb. It's just that it's created that way so we won't know what it means. And so when I learned after having so many not great deals, that was not, I mean, the deals was great for the people who made the contract, but it wasn't good for me. And I was the content creator doing all the work. And after I learned the hard way, because I'm naturally a trusting person, I had to learn not to just trust people like that. I had to be, had to mature up through experience. I was like, wait a minute. Okay, so now I don't go into meetings signing contracts without a lawyer. And if I do go into a meeting and it's just me, I don't sign no contract within the first 24 hours. I let it sit and then I send it to my lawyer. I don't sign anything, because sometimes you can get so hyped up in emotions and you sign stuff and it's not right. Or you rest on it for 24, 48 hours and you realize, that sounds good, but now that I'm thinking about it, that's not good for me. So a lot of times they try to rush you to sign. And I don't do it. If you rushing me like that, then what you don't want me to see? Let me go ahead and get this magnifying glass and see what you got in this contract that you don't want me to see, since you rush it. But yeah, so as content creators, be very mindful when you start getting branding deals, when you start getting all of these opportunities, sponsorships, all this different stuff, and then you start going from verbal information or verbal agreements to written conversation. Always remember that the verbal is out the window once something is written down, because it's your word against theirs. It's your word against theirs. And so what's going to be held up in the courts, which you hope you never have to go to court, but I'm just saying, is what's written down. Okay. And so if you don't understand it, get you some legal help, get you some legal advice. It's so many different organizations. Now, I don't know if they provide free legal help, but SCORE, SCORE.org, I know they provide free mentorship based upon the state that you live in. Now, I don't know if they have legal help, but I do know they have business help. But I do know that there are some lawyers that volunteer their time for free. So SCORE is a nonprofit organization that helps business owners with mentorship in business, so that they can be able to help more business owners be able to sustain their businesses by having all their documents, having all the things that they need in place. Now, if you are a business owner and you do have the money to make an investment to be able to get the help that you need, I encourage you to go to kbbullc.com. That's kbbullc.com. And they have virtual university classes that you can take, which is a business school that I personally went through myself. You can take and be able to get hands-on, hand-holding, walking you through how to start your LLC, actually filling out the documents with you, or they'll do it for you at no extra cost. How to form and start your nonprofit, how to write a business plan, how to apply for grants, understanding and breaking down the terminology. So KBBU, whether you are in the United States or not, you can literally go there. They got another semester that's going to be happening in August. So go to kbbullc.com. But it is an investment, and it's very inexpensive compared to everything that, because it's like one semester is 5 months, and then the other one is 6 months. So you can pick and choose what you want to do. But if you need a mentor, and like I say, your money looking a little funny, you can check your local state for score.org and see, do they have any mentors that's available for the thing that you need. They usually have mentors in every type of genre. I'm not too sure about legal though, but I remember talking to a retired lawyer years ago, but I don't know if that just was conducive to South Carolina or what. But you can check. But score is all thing null and void on that other one, but that's not always the case. On that note, you guys have a great, amazing rest of your day. Check out CTR Media Network on all social media platforms. Make sure to like, follow, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Don't just look at our content. Hit that subscribe button. Just hit that subscribe button. Drop us a comment or two. Don't just drop us a comment or two, react to what's going on and make suggestions on the content that you want to see next. And if you are a content creator designed to be a part of a network that really stands behind you, then be a part of our CTR Media Network membership program, and we would love to have you be a part of that. And if you are just a person who said, I don't want to be no content creator, I don't want to do no podcast, I don't want to, that's okay, but you really thoroughly enjoy what we are doing, then I encourage you to support us by giving us a monthly contribution of just $3.99. That's just $3.99. You can hit the membership tab right here, or do a super, what they call it, a super something, where you can give a one-time donation. And the next time we go on live, we're going to shout out you and also give you a shout out in our community tab to show our appreciation like we did for our other monthly supporters that's supporting us with $3.99. You'll be surprised how far $3.99 can go when multiple people come together. It helps us to be able to continuously do what we do, and we appreciate the small as well as the large contributions when individuals, I like to call it, give a love offering to what we do. We greatly appreciate it. On that note, you guys have a great, amazing rest of the day. Remember that you are amazing, that you are awesome. If no one told you today that they love you, I want you to know that I love you. Why? Because you are amazingly awesome, and don't let anyone tell you anything differently. If someone is being negative to you, that is a problem with them, not with you, because you are phenomenal. And we'll see you, or you will hear me next time. Talk to you later.